Cause I am whatever you say I am. And if I wasn't, you hoes wouldn't bite my down. I'm making money on your mind and it's all the time. Talk about me, bitches, stupid, I just lose your mind. When I walk in the club, I make the haters mad off. Just as I can shake and rap even faster. Why you acting all like so when you hear hot sizzle got the full shit to stall.
It's another impromptu video, but I wanted to do this because I haven't did a video in a while, and one of the things I used to vlog when I first started vlogging was just me doing my makeup and talking to the camera. So I figured, why not just do that? So I'm working out of this makeup bag that I got from Target. This video is just gonna be a where I am in life video. It's not really a makeup tutorial. I might not even explain like the things that I'm doing. I just want to talk and do that when I feel my most comfortable. I am just getting ready to go to run some errands actually, but I lost my license and my debit card yesterday. So one of the things that I've noticed on this journey in life is there are no such things as coincidence. And I got that from my beloved little cousin, the one I went to see in Chicago. He reminds me of me, not in an awkward way, but in a way where his thinking requires you to actually sit and listen and not project your own thoughts and ideas. And that's, you know, kind of how I am as a person, which I'm learning about myself. My thinking is a little bit different, but that's a good thing. I'm just putting on primer right now. I have a little acne going on, and I'm 2 weeks post facial wax. I think I go next week to get more hair removed off my face. I go every 2 to 3 weeks. So on the journey of understanding there's no such thing as coincidence and that everything happens for a reason, I've been learning to see mishaps as, or, you know, not mishaps, or things that are unexpected. I'm learning to look at them as a chance to tackle life as a lesson. And instead of it just being, you know, oh my gosh, the impossible has happened or the dreadful has happened, it's not really that at all. It's more so, you know, what can I learn out of this lesson, basically? And that's just the most simplest way. I lost my license and my debit card, but instead of me having my normal anxiety about me losing this important documents, I just took a moment to say, like, you know, what am I supposed to gain from this? Like, why was this supposed to happen? And that kind of brings me to my topic of like purpose and understanding like what is your purpose, and not only what is your purpose, but what is this concept of purpose? Everyone is on a journey to find it. Everyone knows that it's real and understands that, you know, purpose has meaning, but, you know, why do most people, when you ask them, they don't have an answer, or they have some reason on why they're not practicing their purpose? And I don't want to say practicing their purpose. Why they don't have a reason on how to explain what their purpose is. That ultimately means that everything that you do, thought, seen, experienced, journeyed through was because of purpose. Instead of putting it to a question of what is purpose or defining it, you kind of have to see purpose as a natural force that happens with or without us trying to understand it. So in the most simplest way, it's your fate. Purpose is your fate. It's something that is supposed to happen. It's something that is all that from the time you were born, you were on this journey of purpose. And so purpose isn't it's more so of a destination. It's understanding that where you are is leading you down something that is bound to happen. It was, I like to use the word ordained. It was ordained, it was orchestrated together for you to understand your meaning, understand your life's purpose. And I don't see, like, it's a two-way contradiction. Not understanding your life purpose, but understanding that everything you do has purpose. Everything you do is on purpose. It is on purpose and is for the sake of purpose. If I was typing right now, Grammarly would say, you might want to change your words up. It's the objective. It's a goal. Purpose is a goal. It is. Oh, and if you're wondering, I use Fenty Beauty. Real quick, I'm still being a teacher. Fenty 450 and 445. I use one pump of 450 and two pumps of 445 to kind of give me the tone that matches this and not this. Now I'm just going to set it with this MAC powder. Yeah, so once you understand that, you'll never really I think one day you'll wake up and say, oh, I fulfilled my purpose. I do think that is an option. I do think that is something that most people will come across. I won't say all people. If you're on this journey of really understanding your purpose in life, or what the goal of life is, I think I know it. I think it's to help others. I think it's to, not me, just mankind in general. It's to continue, it's to be of service to people. And however you define service is differently for each person. But that's how I see it. And instead of me doing my eyebrows, because I'm just going to take a picture. I didn't even say where I'm going. I lost my license and I'm going to take a picture for it. And then I'm also going to run errands. I need to pay for a Peach Pass. I do think that the common goal is to help other people. I do think that is our purpose. It's not for our own sake. It's for the sake of others. Our life purpose is to teach one, reach one, I think. I think there's more to it as well. I think that's very, for me to say that is the only purpose, that's the only main goal of purpose, that's belittling of me. So I don't want to say that, but I do want to say that is one of the things that I'm learning on my journey to reaching purpose, is that I'm supposed to help someone. Now, how does that look? It's different for each person. You know, some people finding in their communication, some people finding in their writings, in their drawings, and their gaming, I don't know, in their basketball playing, I don't know, however you define how you help someone is different. It might be being a tattoo artist, you know, like I can't say how you help someone is all the same, but I do think the common goal is to uplift other people. One of the common goals, I should say. But I say all that to say how I've gotten to this arrival of thinking is because, and I'm just using Pro Concealer to do my eyebrows and this highlighting. One of the reasons why I've gotten to that is because I stopped looking at my past as a place to live in. I think we create our own realities, and our perceptions create our realities. So if you see everything in your life as bad or negative, or, you know, why does this happen to me, then you'll never see the beauty of what you're supposed to learn, or it'll take you longer to learn that, or to see that beauty, or to have that beauty revealed to you, I should say. And so I dealt with depression a lot because I lived in the past a lot. And I dealt with anxiety a lot because I was a perfectionist and trying to be in control of things that I'm not in control of. And so, as y'all have seen from my vlogs, if you haven't watched my vlogs, I've been falling in love with my art, my writing, my poetry, my communication, just been falling in love with me and the art of me. And so, because I started thinking about that too much, my anxiety started trying to control worlds that I couldn't live in. I found myself starting to create futures that didn't exist, and that created more anxiety that I didn't need. And on top of that, I was also trying to be someone that I wasn't. I think I am truly learning. Of course, I still believe like who I am is in Christ. I still believe that, but I also believe that I am made up through my ancestors. I'm the richness, the melanin, the coiliness, the kinkiness, the Afrocentricness comes from my ancestors, and the things that we needed to survive was passed down through a lineage of of undescribably important. Sorry, I had to close my door. But I do believe that we come from a place of where our features can't be emulated. Like, I was struggling trying to find, like, am I this glam girl, or am I, because I can do all walks, but then I was like, I just want to be me. Like, I just want to be comfortable being me. And on this road that I've been traveling, I've been trying to figure where my triggers lie. And so whenever I felt sadness, I embraced it. I didn't run from it. I didn't try to find ways to get rid of it. I didn't try to find ways to minimize it. I didn't try to find ways to feel bad because it was a big deal in that moment where I was sad for multiple days. Like, I didn't feel bad for being sad. Like, and I wanted to learn, why do I feel sad? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this way? And I challenged myself to bear through pain that I've always tried to cover up. And one of the things that I didn't do was talk about my emotions. And one of the things I started challenging myself this year and last year alone was to see why, was to push myself out of my own thinking and say it out loud to make sure I didn't sound crazy. And once I started doing that, more people started connecting with me, or I started connecting more with them, and I felt a oneness with the people around me. And then once I got through my emotions and we had conversations, it was like I could feel what people were saying to me. Like, if they were telling me that they were having a bad day, I felt the emotion, and I felt something deeper than their emotion. I felt their spirit. Like a heavy weight was taking over them. And I didn't understand it, but I was able to realize, like, I had to feel bad so that I can help somebody else in that moment. Because one of the things I pride myself on is, during my car accident, I love myself without any justifications. I loved me. I loved everything that I was. When I was vlogging about my facial hair and my scars and the things that I wish I had more of, I did that for me, to see that I'm still beautiful, like, with the weight, without the weight, with depression, without depression. I'm still lovable. And because I was still lovable, I continued to love on myself. And so I say I was that person I needed the most. When people are going through things, I know what it feels like, and I'm not able to help them. And I'm only getting to this point of thinking because my everyday patterns that I see, my everyday trends, my everyday habits, the conversations I say, the words I repeat, the ideas I think, the moments I experience, the traumas I replay, the storylines I hear, the conversations, the compliments, they all have a common trend. And it reminds me to just be where I am in that moment. Like even right now, just being in this moment, just being able to really say how I feel and what I feel, and not seeing a person on camera, but presenting a personality for the world to see. It's something to me is more beautiful than I ever actually thought I would want to go through or experience, because a lot of people are on this journey of trying to find who they are and trying to find that voice. And I think purpose is also trying to find your voice, and understanding that your voice does have validity and that it does shake the world. Everyone's voice shakes the world. I was watching a Toni Morrison documentary on Hulu, and I haven't finished watching it. And just how she was saying, of course, like words have so much power, but that her words were so impactful that it had to be removed from out of prisons because her thoughts could start riots. That's deep. That's deep to know that your voice has that much power. And if we could just find ways to find our voice and express our voice and shout to the world who we are unapologetically, shout to the world who we are, people would just, I don't know, I think people will look at life differently. I think people would truly see themselves in areas where, we aren't let in. People will be able to understand why Black Lives Matter. Because your voice, or why all lives matter, but because I'm Black and because Black lives aren't represented, I have to speak for the Black Lives Matter movement only, not to dismiss anyone else who isn't a part of the Black Lives Matter or who isn't directly impacted through the Black Lives Matter. I think understanding your voice and finding ways to use that as an outlet would shape so many different things in your life, and you would see life differently. It wouldn't have the same meaning to you anymore. You would want, every day you would want to wake up hoping to see your purpose revealed to you each day. Because it's revealed to us each day. Like me losing my credit card, I've been procrastinating on getting some things done, and when I called, the bank was able to work out great deals for me that I never would have done if I didn't pay attention to what I was supposed to learn for that day. I'm going a little faster because this video is longer than I would like it to be. And I just also want to make sure I'm blending while the brush is still wet. But start to see your choices as being the right choices. Don't look at them as being like a mistake, or I wish I could have did something differently. For example, me and my grandma got to talking, and it was a impactful conversation for the both of us. I was impacted by the conversation as well. And she was saying that, everything in her life happened the way it was supposed to happen so that she and I can have that conversation in the kitchen. And I completely agree. Look at moments in your life as this was supposed to happen. Yeah, so that's where I am. I just challenge you to think about life differently and understand it has meaning. Everything has meaning. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to doing good to you and for you. I should definitely tell y'all why I had to go to court last year. I just want to hold off on the video because I don't I don't know if someone's gonna, hire me and they see this video and then they're like, girl, we can't hire you. So that's why I haven't really posted the video of it yet. But I've still been applying for jobs, still been getting told no. But my dear cousin Zaza was like, well, why? There's a balance of yes and no's. You've been getting a lot of yeses, so you have to get some no's in life. And it's okay to get a couple of no's. It's not the end of the world. It just means that better is to come, more is to come. And then it gives you a chance to sit and self-govern and reevaluate life and see where you're supposed to be going. And I'm learning that closed doors are blessings in disguise. Just because one thing don't work out with one person doesn't mean it won't work out for you for the rest of your life. It just means that, no, I have more in store for you. Don't think so small of what you have in life. Like, don't think so small of what I can give you. Still been praying. That's a must. Still keep my crystals on me. Still rocking like jewelry. I still draw. I still write. I still work out. After that car accident, after going through that, I was committed, and I still am committed to just living life to the fullest and understanding that tomorrow's definitely not promised. No matter how we look at it, it's not a guarantee that we'll have this forever. Really quickly, because I'm pretty much done with this look, only thing I'm gonna do is just finish off with, so what I've used on my face, y'all know about the Fenty. I use this matte mineralized skin finish. I think this is NW45. Yeah, LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use my Urban Decay primer. I use a few sponges and brushes. I set underneath my eyes with Laura Mercier. I think that's how you say it. I use an old mascara, Better Than Sex. Doesn't matter what the mascara is. I just use the old one to do my brows because I don't feel like doing it. Set underneath my eyes. I'm going to use the Becca Chloe and Malika palette. I'm going to use all three, swirl onto my cheekbones. I'm going to finish off with the Fenty highlighter palette in Metal Moon. It's so freaking pretty. It's like this white silver. I like this more because on darker women, it just makes you pop a little bit more. You know, you see what I'm saying? Look like fairy dust just fell on my face. Ain't nothing wrong with a little fairy dust, you know? And then I'm just going to blend it all together. And then I'm going to spray my face, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. So here's my final look. I would consider this to be like an everyday, I don't know, it doesn't take me that long to do this look. This is my more natural go-to look. It doesn't take that long. I think because I was talking more, it took up more of the video. But pretty simple. I did put on lashes afterwards. I don't know, I've been kind of into lashes lately. And I lined my lip with black lipstick, black eyeshadow from MAC with a pretty skinny makeup brush. I put this Mega Blast by Wet n Wild on the outer perimeter of my lips, and then I use my lip gloss from Bath and Body Works to go on the outer part of my lip. So that is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. This is what my hair looks like right now. I am eventually going to transition into locks. So right now I'm trying to embrace the new growth stage. So when I do get my locks, I won't be as afraid to keep going, because I want to semi-freeform my locks. But that's it.